you jackals. What's happening? Hey, everybody. Ooh, oh, hey. It's Thursday. It's Ben's Brick Designs. Thank you for being here. It's good to have everybody here who is here. M. Productions. Thanks for being here. I will sign your shirt after the show. I'm going to make sure that I'm my... No. Be quiet. I don't know why it has to be, why there has to be volume on that. Oh, that's covering it up, that's why. Okay. I'm trying to make the title change, so hang on a second. What is this? What are we doing? It's a, that's good enough. All right, so close that browser. We got our chat. We've got, what's up, Glenn? Thanks for being here. So, little bit of stuff at the top before we get going on the designing stuff. Milestone has been reached. About a year ago, with the help of the Texas Lego user group, I'm not wired. I am not wired. I am, however, drinking whatever this is. Wild Basin boozy sparkling water. It is an lemon agave hibiscus. It's kind of all I have left. The Lug and I put together the Texas Capitol building, and I was left with a lot of extra parts. And I realized that a lot of these parts are meant to then go back to the lug, and I think I was able to give out quite a few of those. But there was just so much left over. And I was like, I need to just get all this sorted and put somewhere. So I sorted it and put it all kind of in my collection. I feel kind of bad about it, but a lot of the tan that was purchased for that is going into another build that will be at a convention for Brick Rodeo, and which is the second thing. Brick Rodeo is now a... Oh, yes, I am wired. Thank you. My internet is... my Wi-Fi is off. My connection is wired. Everything should be smooth sailing right now. So I got that sorted. Brick Rodeo is the new Brick Fiesta. There was some wrangling with the name and the impetus behind everything. So I think we've mostly got it sorted. I have not been involved in the decision processes at all. I think I helped the web developer by running a few tests against the site that he was building, and gave some opinions and input and stuff like that. But I mean, it was all this guy, Josh Gilson, the guy who did a lot of the, he did the logo for the channel and everything. He's a member of the LUD. Good dude. Go check him out. JoshGilson.com. He helped, or he's basically done the entire web for the kind of the newfangled Tech Slug and Brick Rodeo and stuff. So the connection now is Brick Rodeo. Or the connection. The name of the convention now is Brick Rodeo. I'm going to take a sip of this beverage. Sadly, you are sick. That's a tragedy, M. I hope you get better. I hope you don't have COVID. So that's news. It's news-ish. I also found out that there's a guy named Josh Builds, who's also on YouTube, who's celebrating his 1,000th subscriber with the giveaway. So go check out his channel, Josh Builds. He did a review of my Microfighter Razor Crest. He was very kind. And got a lot of attention on it, and I appreciate that. And I mean, he went out and bought all the parts himself and everything. Didn't even know it was going to happen. It just suddenly showed up. Found out he lives just one city up from me. He was answering questions in a Q&A for his channel, and he was like, "Oh, I live in Central Texas. I live in a city just north of Austin." And I'm like, "Hey, I live in a city just north of Austin. I didn't know that." So we've got that going for us. Hopefully he can join the lug. I don't know if he's even aware of it, so I'm going to ask him about it. So the other thing that I've got going on right now is this is going to be the next film. The next quick build is the Corvus from Battlefront 2, or if you prefer, a Raider Class 2 Corvette from Star Wars. There's a lot of these Raider Class 2 Corvettes in squadrons. They show up as sort of these AI checkpoint kind of vehicles. This and a Corellian Corvette in fleet battles will circle the map and kind of dictate who gets to go first. It's kind of like a scrum at the beginning of rugby, or like a Rochambeau at the beginning of whatever you're going to do. You shoot these guys down and then it's your turn. So it comes with Iden Versio, which I know this isn't Iden Versio because the Battle Pack Iden Versio has hair and not a helmet, and I think that's dumb. So this is Iden Versio with the two-faced head, the dual head there. And I gave her just a random blaster because I know she's got a blaster that is kind of a combination of a stud shooter and something else, and I don't like those, but I like the look of this. The stand I built was Vardos, which is like an Imperial training academy world. It is a very loyal world to the Empire. That's the big tower in the middle of it with the kind of the plaza statues, and then just some random buildings. It's a very drab gray building with lots of red highlights. So that's what that is. This will be the next video, quick build video. Take this guy apart, make the official instructions on Rebrickable, and there you go. I did make it on a stand for Ben goes and kidnaps him and says he will release him when he has joined the lug. There you go. I like it. I almost feel like, hey, we should join forces. We're literally like 5 miles away from each other, and we're both doing kind of the same thing on our channels. Admittedly, he has more success. He's also doing more like smaller videos or shorter videos where it's I'm building this set, or I'm talking about news or something like that. So he does actual videos, and I don't know how much live stuff he does. Anyway, I did a stand for Endor, the little radar station at Endor, for this. So you could either have the beginning where you first see the Corvus, your first mission is on Endor. But I thought Vardos was kind of I hadn't done that planet, and there's no other reason to do that planet. There's no other special ship that would go better with that. And you could put about 5 things with Endor. Tidarium shuttle, or shuttle Tidarium, the Lambda class shuttle would be one. I think that's probably about it, unless you pick a Battle of Endor flagship or something. So I have this ready for when I do a Lambda class shuttle. So that's what's going on there. I agree, MDOT, they should have both options. I don't know why they didn't. I realized that for the most of the game that she's running around after her defection without a helmet. I get that. She's also the hero character, and you want to see her face more than her helmet. I get that. But I mean, it's a very iconic thing. When you first meet her, she's got her helmet, she's got her droid. I'm also a little bummed because she plays the villain in Heroes vs. Villains in that game. But there's also, like, for half the game, she's defected, and she's a rebel agent. So, I mean, there's no ships for her for that. There's no game mode for that. So the second build for this it'll be retrofitted to be a New Republic ship. It'll probably be the very same build, but I'll take out the black and put in just more gray, some red highlights. The solar panel wings go away. It has a big old like ion cannon or something in the front. The bridge looks a little different, but that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get more parts for that. But the figure is gonna be different because she's got a unique kind of, it's like a gray sweatshirt flight suit thing on the top with like straps for her weapons and her droid on the back, and then like flight suit pants. So you can get like X-Wing pilot pants, and then I don't know what up top, maybe like an adventure top. There may be one that you can get. I might have to look at Big Kid Bricks to see if I can get one of those. Hey Wes, what's up? My goatee is metal AF. Thank you. I don't remember the guy's name. Maybe Beth remembers it. What's the guy from the band? She's not listening. There's a dude. I had my head shaved a little closer and my beard was way out. And she's like, "You look like that one dude from that band." I don't know what band she's talking about. It wasn't a band I was into, so I didn't have any idea. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being in on Facebook. I love it. Bookface. Battle pack. Do different, better respect your content. Yep. So the other thing I got, I'm not going to build because I don't think I'm going to take it out of the box. But let's see what this is, shall we? Box opening. Oh, this is going to be good. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? I'm excited for the 14th because, and this may be a spoiler for what's in the box, but I'm excited. Cut away from yourself. Cut away from yourself. I'm excited for the Nebulon B Frigate 40th Anniversary Special Edition. Here we go. It's the Black Widow Taskmaster San Diego Comic-Con Special Edition, Special Limited Edition set. Which I don't think I'm going to open. There's no real reason to, I don't think. Maybe to get the figures, but I don't know. This also comes with a Groot keychain. So I got another keychain to add to the collection of keychains. And that's it. That's what I got. This was the second run of sets. Our second run of this set. The first run I missed out on, and then everyone went, "Oh, it's gonna happen. It's happened for the last hour. Go get one." So I grabbed one. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet. Maybe I'll build it for the 72-hour stream. Maybe I won't even open the box. I'll set it with my Millennium Falcon cockpit and Ant-Man and 20th anniversary Darth Vader bust. Maybe I'll just put them over there. So that came in. I think I will build the frigate, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just get 2 of them. We'll see how that goes. So I'm excited about that. What I was talking about earlier. Do you see that? And my cat now has to get on all these bags. What I was excited about earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the build camera because this is talking too long. No, not the build camera, the design camera. There we go. Is I'm very happy that I got all that old Capital stuff sorted because it was a giant box. It was taking up so much room in this front area, and I'm really happy that I got rid of it because now I can focus on some other stuff. I just need, let's see. So the ship we are working on now is the Pinook fighter, or starfighter, Pinook starfighter. It is covering my mouth, bad form. I built my minorly dented copy of Taskmaster last night. It's okay, but Wonder Woman is much better. Okay, cool, good to know. I don't think I got a Wonder Woman set, so. The Pinook fighter is something that you saw in the games, in like X-Wing Alliance, and then it also showed up in the tabletop games, I believe. I think they made a toy for it, or a figure for it, a micro figure for it, kind of thing. You can tell how popular this ship is because this is the search that I did just now, and again, my thumbnail came up. It was made 8 hours ago. So, I mean, there's not a lot to the ship. We're getting into kind of the weeds on this. This ship is a very garbage starfighter. From everything that I've read, and from, I don't remember playing X-Wing Alliance at all. But apparently it is garbage. It's slower than a Z95 Headhunter. It's slightly faster than a Y-Wing. It doesn't have nearly the firepower of either. It's not very durable. Its shield rating is poor. Its engines are poor. It was kind of a stopgap fighter for in between the development of, I think it would have to have been like the ARC 170 and the X-Wing, but in between that was the Z95. So somewhere in between the ARC 170 and the Z95 came this thing. And it was just, I think it was just set back because of funding and stuff like that. So, is your name Bernard or Benjamin? It is Benjamin. Wes, no, I didn't. I still have that post saved. And that was kind of the whole reason I went back and sorted all that other stuff, because I wanted to make sure I got to all the regular, like, blue and red and white bricks, because I knew I had a lot in there. And I'm like, if I run out, I don't want to have to buy something. I don't have to buy more just to do this. So now that I'm at a good sorting point, I can go ahead and do it. It looks fun, and I don't want to tell anybody about it because I want to kind of surprise people with it. But I probably should do it soon, because otherwise it won't make any sense. So I would like to see if there's a head with aviator shades. Thought there might be. That's pretty good. It's pretty normal. Oh, that may be better. Yeah, I like that. Because I'm going to put a helmet on him too. This is just... oh man. Nope, too big. This is just a... It says a civilian pilot, because so this ship basically is now used by like civilian patrol around kind of smaller, out-of-the-way planets. It's not... They're not really... That's pretty good. It's a sports helmet, but I kind of like the way it looks. Let's see if there's a different one. It's kind of limited in here. I've always liked this helmet. Yeah, I like that. Never heard of the Pinook fighter in X-Wing Alliance like I heard of the T-Wing in X-Wing, the TIE Experimentals, MC-480 Light Cruiser, TIE Avenger, and the Y-2000 Light Freighter, the Otana. Yeah, I remember the Otana. And I remember all those other ships. There was a great site that I stumbled on today that had all of those from like X-Wing TIE Fighter, X-Wing Alliance, all those X-Wing era games, and it just had all these weird ships in it. Most of them you never get to pilot, but you come up against them. Like they're an escort for your civilian, for a convoy or something that you have to raid or whatever. And I think that's what one of these is. Somebody said that they, was it on Instagram where they said they remember pilot, or it was Facebook, in the Microfighter group on Facebook. This guy was like, I remember piloting these in whatever, and I thought it was X-Wing Alliance. And he's like, they were slow, and you never win a dogfight in this thing. And the quote on the Wikipedia page about it is, there was only one thing that worked on this ship, and it was the alarm that told you were about to explode, which I thought was hilarious. So this is going to be civilian, so let's color him some kind of greenish. Let's do olive green. And then darker pants, dark green. And you're going to get black gloves. No, you're going to get black gloves. Your head's going to be flesh colored, because I like flesh colored stuff. I'm okay with the yellow, the Lego yellow, but I think, if truth be told, I really like the flesh colored Lego stuff. I don't know why. Well, I'm going to leave for a bit. See you later. Thanks for being here, M. Dot. I appreciate it. Those people make me want to stop being a pacifist. And let's do a dark gray helmet, even though this doesn't exist in this color. Perfect. All right, there's our pilot. Basic civilian pilot. So, yeah, this thing is like a giant thumb of a canopy with like one engine and like some really poorly designed. It looks like it would be okay in atmosphere. Like it's probably pretty maneuverable, and I think that's what I read was it was fairly maneuverable. I don't see where its weaponry is, other than on some of these mods. And one of these things is like somebody built it out of Lego. That's a Lego build right there. Well, it says Steam Workshop, but I think that's mostly either Lego or Minecraft or something. This is a great image of like an older 1300 or 1350 maybe freighter that it's escorting. Here's some good, you know, mods for the games. So it's customizable, you know, but I don't know. I was telling somebody earlier, I've got, I'm down to about 60 ships right now, 65 ships, and I'm getting into like some really weird stuff. So I just put it all in a text reader, a text editor with line numbers, and just randomly pick a number and go, okay, that's the one I'm working on now. So this one's probably going to be similar to the X-Wing build, honestly. It's going to have, you know, I'll sit them in the middle and have its wings off to the side kind of thing. So let's do some wedge plates. And the top wedge plate will probably go right about here, and we'll raise that up to like there. And then this guy will go here. Now it's got this big weird canopy thing on it, so may want to do something with that. I think just a, because that seems to be a prevalent thing about this cockpit is it looks black, right? Everything you look at, it's not a clear cockpit or canopy for some reason. I don't know where the entrance and exit to this ship is. Maybe underneath. I don't know. But let's do... If I want to fly a Star Wars ship, I'm going to avoid flying the Pinook fighter. Only ships I will fly is the B-Wing, the S8K Wing, the BTL, S8K Wing, Assault Starfighter, U-Wing, and Y-Wing. Those are some interesting picks, Titus. I'm going with you. I have this weird love of the Y-Wing, and I don't know what it is. Like I always want to play the Y-Wing when we're doing Battlefront. Let's do a 1x2. Is it an ingot? Yeah. I love me some Y-Wing. I can't wait till I can get a hold of the UCS Y-Wing to add it to my UCS ships. It just looks super cool. The K-Wing is another one that I can't wait to build. I've already got a design for a Microfighter of it. It's one of those stupidly, ridiculously overpowered ships. It's, you know, it's like, well, what we need in Star Wars is an A-10 Warthog with the ability to go into hyperspace. That's basically all it is. It's just this giant, you know, 47 hard points, 2 turrets. The cockpit seats 2 people. It's a 4-person fighter bomber. I think it's 4-person. Maybe it's just 2, and the turrets are controlled by like computer or gunner or something like that. I can't remember. But there's a turret behind the canopy, and then there's one slung under the cockpit. And then it's got those 2, you know, the 2 wings. 2 of the lower wings are just hard points. They're ridiculous. But yeah, that thing's a beast. I'm always a fan of, and this has been since the X-Wing days, but I've always been a fan of the A-Wings, because I love the idea of some of my favorite missions flying X-Wing TIE Fighter was the were the scouting missions, where you would just kind of zip in and out. I don't know that I want a bracket on that. You know, you fly in, exit hyperspace, you're 20 clicks away or whatever it is, and you see everything from that far away, but you can't really get there, or you can't be seen yet, and you just crank up your engines and go ripping through there, and you just, you know, you ID everything. Like, you have to get close enough to the Star Destroyer to scan it and ID it, and then you get the hell out, and the whole time you're just dodging turbo laser fire. That was so much fun. I loved doing that. I know that wasn't everybody's bag, but I liked it a lot. This is going to require some weird things on the side to make it, to give it that, those markings, isn't it? Love Y-Wings. It was my favorite Microfighter toy. That and the A-Wing. The A-Wing is my all-time favorite, though. Yeah. I mean, I know the X-Wing's the standard, but there's so many other ships that I really like. The B-Wing was really kind of a favorite of mine for a while because of just the uniqueness of it. But the more I think about it, the more it really doesn't make sense for a space fighter, even an atmosphere fighter. It's like, why does one thing need to, a very small thing need to be still, while this giant, you know, wing, it's not aileron, it's, I forget what they call it, but it's basically the whole blade that goes off to the side of it. It spins around it, and there's just no reason for it. I'm like, you're just asking for stress on, I mean, the gyroscopics that make that happen are ungodly. They're just a mess of physics and math, and reading the Squadrons books, or the Alphabet Squadrons books, talked about, you know, how funky they are to fly and everything, and it's just, they're cool looking. They're very cool looking. But I think the realisticness of it, I mean, if it's, you know, so what if it spins with the ship? It just would make more sense to know which way is up, you know, kind of thing. And I can see disengaging it and reorienting yourself and then re-engaging it, so you're kind of, I don't know, but it constantly moving around. I'm like, what does it matter in space which way is up? You know, I don't know. Stop applying physics logic to science fantasy. That's true. Let's talk about gravity webbing inside of very small starships and bombers, to where you're flying and something falls and you're like, well, but I'm in space, right? Let's talk about how sealed those fighters actually are. They're not. I've seen helicopters with sealed stuff. Let's see. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a 2x2 corner. This shouldn't be that complicated of a build, but because I don't want to make it that complicated of a build. Yeah, but I want to give it more than that. That looks gross. Yeah, you can even see in the recent episode of Mandalorian with Dave Filoni and Appa from Kim's Convenience as the X-Wing pilots. When they leave, the X-Wing canopies close, and they're just kind of going thunk. You know, there's no pressurization. There's no, like, I think in the movie, once you can see somebody like pulling back on a lever on the canopy to maybe lock it in place or pressurize it or something, but I almost feel like, man, there's almost nothing between you and the vacuum of space. That's some ballsy flying right there. Let's see. Lego Geek, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in, checking on things. How's things in your world today? How are things? How is things? How is things? So I watched a, I don't know if you guys are fans of Hot Ones, but I watched the episode today that featured Thundercat. I had no idea who Thundercat was, but I do now, and it was a great interview, and I went and found some of his music, and now I'm a fan of the music. So full marks all around to see, that cockpit just seems like it's bigger than... Ugh. It's like a thumb with wings. But if I put that in, this is the challenge, is if I put something in there. So let's do the top wing first before we figure out this section. Thundercat is awesome. Yeah, I was kind of watching it and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get into what... Sometimes the interviews, they interview people that I don't know who they are, and I don't care after the interview. I'm like, well, I don't care. But, you know, the interview may be good, but I kind of don't care about their music or their movie or whatever. But the way this guy was talking, he was very, like, kind of... I don't care about stuff. He was kind of pop punk kind of feel to him, but very R&B and hip hop and a lot of video game stuff. And I'm like, I really dig this dude. Plus his name's Thundercat. So I went and checked out some of his songs, and you know, it probably won't find its way like forever into my rotation, but I did, you know, I gave it a bunch of love to start, and it was pretty good. Oh, look how weird that is. Oh, it's got like a single point of... Wow. That's just heinous. I found him through the Hannibal Buress show that only lasted a season. Nice. I just got my helmets today, and did you hear about the supposed announcement of the Coliseum tomorrow? Oh, are you kidding me? There's another... Oh. I can't... Lego needs to stop with all their stuff right now, because I can't afford... I wanted the Coliseum. I don't know when I'm going to get that now. So this wing is going to be dumb. Now it looks like that thruster comes right off the back, so it's in line with that. So maybe not this, but maybe we'll switch these, make it more stable. No, and I didn't hear about the announcement about the Coliseum, but that would figure. Right as I'm to the point where I'm like, well, I can afford a set that came out in August now. You know what? Let's do this. Let's move this down. This is actually going to be more like the current Microfighter stuff, because it's going to be small. It's not going to be that big. It's rumored since July and it's supposed to be 9,000 pieces. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, what was the UCS Falcon? How many pieces was that? 5,000? Well, okay, but for 9,000 pieces, it was $600. Wow, I don't. That's just gonna be monstrous. And I'm sure it's gonna be like the Taj Mahal, that is just super repeating plates. All those the turntables, but without the turntables in them, just those white 2x2 turntable bases. $7,000 for the Falcon. Okay. Hogwarts is 6,000. Well, I'll keep my eye out for it. That just looks... I've seen nothing about it. I've seen like no, like even the rumors I haven't seen really. So, oh, that's not gonna fit. Dang it. I thought that might work. I'm gonna go make dinner. I'll catch you later. Thanks for being here, Wes. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Good talking to you. Thanks for checking out the show. You can't please all the people, and last night all those people were at my show. You can't please all the people all the time, and last night all those people were at my show. I haven't heard anything since July, just a couple hours ago, so who knows? Well, I'm sure I got an email about it in a couple of days. I mean, at that point, why don't I just do... Well, I guess I could leave those. No. But... Brad's Life, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Good seeing you. Yeah, so that's... Ugh. I don't like that either. I think what I would like, and this is going to be... Those are just floating right now. Starting over. I feel like I'm starting over. Mm-hmm. Is everybody dizzy now? Way, whoa, hey. Let's do some brick built wings. What do you say? Instead of some plate built wings. Haven't done that in a while. The only problem, I guess, at this size, it doesn't matter. The clutch will be fine. Probably do a whole brick. Brad, it's from wait, what is that chip from? Oh, it is a, yes, thank you, Titus. What Titus said. Yeah, it's one of these ships that blink and you miss it. It's probably in one mission, and it's like I don't remember the game hardly at all. I played it, you know, when did X-Wing Alliance come out? Probably 22 years ago, something like that. I know X-Wing TIE Fighter was like 96. X-Wing Alliance may have been 90, maybe before that, 94, 95. X-Wing Alliance was shortly after that. But I'm trying to remember if I played it when I was in Colorado or if I played it after I moved to Texas. And I think I played it in Colorado, which means it was pre-97. So, I mean, it's an old game. Okay. I may change my mind and do this with plates instead, but I want to see about having some fun with this. Because I haven't built brick wings in a while. North Dakota. Coming in from North Dakota. Let's see. One by two slope. So the there's some thumbnails coming out for the 72 hour Lego community stream starting the 22nd. So not, well, maybe it is this coming weekend. Yeah, so next week. Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna have anything to build. I'm gonna have to do an Amazon purchase of a set because I'm not gonna have anything by then. I thought I could get something from the Lego store, but I don't think it'll get here in time. Yeah, that'll be fine. Can I do that? Let's do... I've never been in one of those streams. I never knew how to get into one. What stream are you talking about, Lego Geek? I was born in Colorado, and when I was 1 or 2, moved to Texas, and when I turned 9, moved to America. Hey, Titus, I was born in Colorado, and when I was 26, I moved to Texas. So, I mean, I think we've had this conversation. I don't remember. That's just going to be a tile to hold it all together. Oh, the 72-hour stream. Never been in one of those streams and never knew how to get into one. So this is my third. This will be my third one, and I still don't know how to get into them. There's one guy who kind of runs it. I don't know if it's Butt Chop, and he's been doing Lego streaming for a number of years, and he kind of came up with this with a group of people, and I found out about it, and I was like, hey, next time you guys do this, let me know. I'd love to do it. And he's like, sure. And then I kind of stumbled into it at the last minute, and the last thing they had, they're like, we got a 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Sunday or Friday slot, like right as it started. I'm like, I'll take it, you know. Nobody watched. It was, you know, kind of weird. Are you moving to North Dakota soon? I don't know, man. I like me some cold, but I think if I moved to North Dakota, Beth would probably call off the wedding. I think I'm gonna do one by one bracket. Yeah, I miss Colorado's seasons. The seasons in Texas or in Austin are hot and less hot, pretty much. They don't vary a whole lot. We are actually having a pretty good fall right now. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's, you know, the leaves are falling and everything. Are you in New Jersey, Brad? Fall weather in New Jersey? You don't think Butt Chop likes me too much? You might want to try it again. I think Butt Chop is... He's an acquired taste, but he's genuinely a super nice guy. Like, he may be a little weird and abrupt, but I think that's just kind of who he is personally. I don't know that he dislikes anybody, but I don't know. I don't know him that well. I just know him from watching his streams and stuff. So, he, you know, maybe he doesn't like you. I don't know. Maybe you're a giant jerk and deserve not to be liked. That's probably not true at all. I'm gonna move that back. That engine is sticks too far out. Which means these guys go away, which means that guy goes away, which means we need to have us some 1x1 stud. Mid 50s. That's good stuff right there. Yeah, we had a couple days a few weeks ago that dropped down into the upper 30s, low 40s. And for October in Texas, that was a little weird. That early. We'll get there in January and stuff, but... And of course, I'm from Colorado, so everyone's like, oh, Mr. Colorado, it's the cold, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, I still get cold. I just like the cold. Doesn't mean I don't get cold. But yeah, I was never a skier. I just kind of didn't take advantage of a lot of stuff that was in Colorado at the time. So thanks, Brad. Yeah, the wings are kind of fun. I don't think I'm gonna need these. I'll probably just repeat this. Oh. Oh man. His helmet's in the way. Well, let's go back to that one helmet that I saw earlier that was just like a regular old space helmet. I also have headgear. Like, I could just put headgear on here. Here, this is good. And we'll just color it dark gray. It's still in the way. Ah. No. But that's where that needs to go. Don't make me make that any longer. Ugh. Because that's now it's the right shape. I mean, I could cheat and have him bend forward a little bit. Because some minifigures, you know, they don't always sit perfectly. But this is just a terrible cheat. It's just leaning forward. Oh god, that stabilizer's getting me in the back again. Did I download the new Mac update? I don't know. Did it pop up saying I needed a Mac update? I didn't. Not yet. I got a new Studio update, but not a Mac update. I should probably look into that. See, this works, but now I need like a sticker or something up here. Because it needs to have a little bit of red in here. And I guess I could do the same thing, but the wings are different shapes. See, that's a nice triangle, and that's kind of like a little thing. This is a 2x2 or 1x2 by slope. This one's a little shorter. I could get away with doing 1x2 plates. Oh, there's just one right there. Not the same, but I can color it a little bit. And there it is. That took 45 minutes. Oh, I've got to clamp that down in the middle there. That will be that, and then I have no idea what goes on underneath it. Oh, here's a picture. Like nothing. There's blasters on this one, but this was a built one. This is what it kind of just looks like. I don't know where the blasters are on it. And I may have to print off stickers to get that level of detail along the sides. So yeah, there's that. All right, you'll be back in a bit. Looks more like an iPad OS or an iPhone OS. They're changing how it looks. Oh, okay. Titus says, plus if you see the seasons in North Dakota, the North Dakota seasons are beautiful. I imagine, and I imagine the winters are probably really nice. I've always wanted to visit Montana just to see what the winters there are like. I keep joking with Beth because she is a tropical person. She would rather go on a honeymoon to Cozumel or the Bahamas or something like that. And she's like, where would you want to go? And I'm like, the Canadian ice shelf or ice sheet or whatever it is, the north of Canada. And she's like, why? I'm like, we go hiking. And she's like, what? I'm like, all right, maybe not. Well, so there's that. And I did that whole thing without saving it. Hey, I need to turn off your notifications, Beth, because I just gotta. Oh, this is going to me too. We're in a text group that's talking about doing Secret Santas for the family. I'm here. The family here in Austin. But of course, it comes up as no. I'm not going to get this sexy Thor outfit. You know, just for fun, I'm going to put a couple 2x2 inverted tile. Just because it looks better to have something down here. Right? Okay, well, that's it. Now I have to kill a half hour. What's back? Yeah, this is the only thing I don't like is I gotta have the guy leaning forward a little bit. And I don't like the fact that I can't put any decals or anything on here, but I mean, I think it looks like it. It almost looks like something designed from the old X-Wing games. So, all right, let's do this. Did I save it? Saved. Okay, let's quit Studio. Let's close Safari. Let's go back to OBS. And now that, were you guys seeing that the whole time? Did I just now, I hope not. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do build camera. I'm going to unplug this. And we're going to try. I'll just hook this up and see if this works. Because I've got a thing I can monkey around with for half hour or so. Let's just see if it picks it up. There we go. All right, cool. So for the next little bit, I can build a dinosaur. How's that? Am I going to try YT Shorts? Hi, Chris. How's it going, man? Thanks for being here. On the Facebooks, you missed Wes earlier. You remember Wes from Pencil Jack days? No, it just now showed screen. Man, okay, so, but you guys saw the design, right? You guys weren't just looking at my face for the last 45 minutes? Because that would suck. All right. So I'm going to let you guys pick. Which one do you want? Do you want the Triceratops? Do you want the T-Rex? Or do you want the Pterodon? Vote now. Vote now. Yes. Brad says yes. He wants yes. Triceratops. We got one vote for Triceratops. Saw your design. Okay, good. Whew. That had me freaked for a second. For those that didn't see, I'm gonna flex again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't know if I'm gonna open it. Lamborghini. Oh yeah, I remember you talked about that. Was it fun? Did you enjoy that? Nobody else says anything. We're going with Triceratops. 2 vote for Triceratops. 1 for T-Rex. Short arm boy. That's 2 for T-Rex and 2 for Triceratops. You almost bought that, but it was too expensive. Dude, this was too expensive? It was 40 bucks. I mean, for 230 pieces, it is expensive, but I mean, 2 exclusive figures, I guess? Unless you could get her in something else. 3 exclusive figures? I don't know. It's not that rare. It's not. I mean, whatever. Anything you get on Amazon is not rare. But you're paying for the name. Alright, so I think we're going with the Triceratops. Let's just do that. And these things are great because I can build it, take it apart, and then build the other thing. The joy of Lego. So, I think this is one of these things where you just dump all the pieces. So, is the Nebulon B going to be too much for you as well? Because I don't think that's many more than that. I don't think that's many more pieces than that. See, what I could be doing is sorting in front of y'all. I've got all these. I've got this drawer of 1 by longer than 4 plates that I'm sorting out all the black and white into here. And then I've got the 1 by 2, 3s, and 4s that I'm doing the same thing. Because this is getting too full, so I have to make room. So I'm splitting them up. Starting to break some of these larger things into color. Don't make me sort on you. Love the boxes, all the SDCCs. I got 3 of those dino sets. Tried to get the Star Wars one for Ben. And it didn't work out too. You tried to get... Nebulon B isn't even out yet, man. It comes out the 14th. Unless you're trying to get it on Amazon or on eBay or something. I know one guy got it from the... one of our lug guys got it from the Discovery Center in San Antonio. And when I asked, because he showed a thing where he bought it, he got this, the Taskmaster set, and that, and one other set. I forget what. And I was like, where did you get the Nebulon? And he's like, the Discovery Center in San Antonio. So I called them, and they're like, yeah, we don't have that. And their answer wasn't, we're out, or we've never had it. They just said, we don't have that. I'm like, okay. Building dinos with Ben. Missed the good streams since it started working. Catch you on Sunday, though. Cheers, brother. Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for being here. And yeah, we will work on some Cowboy Bebop stuff. I think that'll be great. We still need to do our Transformers movie battle, Autobot City battle. We should still do that. I think that's a great idea because you've got all the really great scale Transformers, and I think a big like table size Autobot City would be great. I need to really get into doing stuff like that because I feel like I'm just kind of spinning my wheels with some other stuff, but it's a process. It's all a process. What else is going on? Yeah, Nebulon's on the 14th. I'm staying up until I find out it's released because that's like Friday night, Saturday. I'm staying up late. I'm making sure I get it, and I might get 2. It might be a little expensive, but I might get 2. Although I might get 1 and then just get, because I still want to get the ITS transport. But I'll get that off Amazon so I can get that quickly. My dad got into Lego, so I'm going to send him a bunch of the retired Lego Creator Expert Village sets. You know who else would like some retired Creator Expert Builder sets there, Chris? I'm just saying. Your dad's probably a better fit. I know from family. The Nebulon it's the Nebulon B frigate. They're doing a 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, and it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Since they couldn't do it at San Diego Comic-Con this year, they did 2 sets, maybe 3. The Taskmaster, the Black Widow Taskmaster, and then this Nebulon B set, which is only it's going to be another $40 set. I don't think it's going to be more than like 200 or 300 pieces. But it comes with it's the same ones that had like the plaque on the bottom that said like the Bespin set that says 40 years of whatever. So probably not something you want to get. There's no special pieces for it. It's not that rare. The only rare thing is going to be the plaque, and you can just get the plaque on Bricklink if you wanted to recreate it. That's cool. I'm glad you're able to share it with him now. That's great. The ship Luke, 3PO, R2, and Leia were in. Oh yeah, it's a medical frigate. It's the weird. You know what it is. I don't have to show you, but I'm going to. Yeah, and the Wonder Woman. I don't think I got the Wonder Woman. I didn't. I got from years past. I got the Ant-Man, the Solo cockpit, and that's it. This is the Nebulon B frigate, Chris. About blank. Come on. I think Chris knew what that was. He's not an idiot. So this is what it's gonna look. That's not even it. This is gonna be it. This is what it's gonna look like. It doesn't come with any figures. I mean, it's, you know. I mean, I'd rather it be this, but we had Lepin ruin that for us. All right. Yeah. So I'll get it if it's over 2,000 bricks. I can make that happen, Chris. I will just buy 5 of them. And then with it, make a bigger one. So yeah, Travis and I had this plan last year where, and it just kind of sat, where we were going to do Autobot City. The big, almost shows Lepin set. Where we were going to do the Transformers, the movie, the 1986 movie version of Autobot City. The big orange thing that transforms. It's the not Metroplex transforming city from Transformers. And that's going to be lovely to get out later. Ugh. Because he's got all these great designs for, and I saw a lot of these builds at the convention last year, where he's got these great sizes. They're about, yay big, of Transformers. And I was like, what would be great is a big old Autobot City to go with that. And he's like, do it. And of course I didn't. We were supposed to get together a bunch and plan and stuff, but guess what happened? And the Wonder Woman. What are we delusional about, M. Dot? Oh, wait, those are supposed to be the dark ones. Y'all, I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. This was a long week. A long, weird, had a lot to do week, and I didn't get anything really done that I wanted to. Only thing I posted Lego-wise was the thumbnail for this stream and an old render of a design I did like a month ago. I'm going to try to do some more work this weekend on stuff. I'd like to get that video done of the Corvus. Do some other stuff maybe. I'd really like to get building on my Beggar's Canyon build, but man, I just cannot seem to find the, not motivation, I'm just scared to build without doing a design first. Like building on the go, unless it's like a really small, you know, I'm going to do one plate versus, you know, a modular or something like that. That I could kind of get behind, just kind of going at it and going, oh, I need this and this and this. But something, you know, table size, 3x3 plates. It's kind of like, I don't necessarily want to just wing this, but I don't know. Do you have any favorite Lego YouTube channels? That's a good question, because a lot of what I watch for YouTube is just other streamers, and they're all kind of doing this. And that goes in phases. Like I'll discover a group and kind of be really into them for a while, and then you kind of get burned out because they're doing the same thing you are, and it's nice to chat. If I happen to see that they're live, I'll pop into theirs and like hang out and chat and, you know, make sure that they know that they got some eyeballs. But like when I started this, there was a couple people that were just huge in the community. Like Brickanick was huge, and Jang was huge, and trying to think of who else. M&R Productions is pretty big, but I don't really watch those anymore. And I've subscribed to like every Lego channel that I can get a hold of. But I barely watch any of them, which is sad. But I do try to get like the smaller ones like mine. I try to get in and say hi and stuff. But as far as favorites, M. Dot Productions is one of my favorite Lego YouTubers. That's right. Can you zoom in with more on the main camera? I can't see the Lego very well. Well, I can move it down. I can't really zoom, but I can move it. That's about as best I can do with it. Is that better? So in terms of Leppin, I'll go back to that a little bit. I think I've built this set before. It seems really familiar. That's not where that goes. I've never got a Leppin set, but there was this, there's a brand called, and it's just the same thing. It's the same sort of, it's stolen from, and the light is in the shot now. Sorry. It's called Hasanhe, and it's another knockoff brand from, off Alibaba, AliExpress, but theirs were actually really good. Like you could tell it wasn't Lego, but the quality was actually quite nice. Like I was a little shocked. I was expecting the the pieces to be all loose and the coloring quality to be really mottled and swirly and marbled, and it really wasn't. Like it, I was like, these are really good, you know. I was a little kind of sad about it because it wasn't Lego, but somebody had got, a friend of mine had got a model of just this, oh, that's a really cool piece. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's interesting. That connection. Let me see that. While they were in the Philippines. Wow, this is all backwards. Follow the directions, Ben. And she's like, I know this isn't real Lego, but it looked cute, and they were like $10, so I got you one. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for being here, Brad. It was good seeing you. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you Sunday if you decide to be here. Have a good night. And so she got me this, and I was like, this is really cute. So I looked it up because I had no idea what Hasanhe was. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. H-S-A-N-H-E. You pronounce it however you want. But it's another, you know, Lepin knockoff, whatever. But again, really good knockoff. So I ended up buying like 10 more of these things, and they're just these little. I should like bring them home one day because they're at my office, and I haven't been at my office in a while. But the next time I go in for whatever reason, I should grab them and bring them home and show you guys. Because they're actually really cute. You know, they're modulars, but they're built on like an 8x10 plate, so they're not very big, right? And they're just adorable little shops, and they're all knockoff brand Lego, but they're also knockoff brand stores, right? So it's not an Apple store; it's got a pear on it or something, and it's not a Coke place, you know, with the big bottle on it. It's a cola place or something. It's not Pizza Hut. It's, you know, Pizza Shack or something with the same symbols. It's really kind of funny. But they're really cute, and they've got like 2-story ones and corner ones, and I'm like, you know, I know Lego makes something similar to this, but there were some pieces in there that I wish Lego had made, and they were like, at the time they didn't have them. They were like transparent washing machine bricks, or the headlight bricks, transparent 1x1s with like a handle on the front of it. They were just really neat. So yeah, so that's my theory on that. And we have a person in our Lego group, in our user group, that doesn't, she is brick agnostic. She does not care where it comes from. If it fits with her stuff, she's going to use it to build. And that's kind of a freeing thought, you know? You're kind of like, yeah, why not? KFC with Obama instead of Sanders, yeah. The weapon set I got was Voltron when it was Hong Kong last time, and it was really cheap, like $50. Worth it for that, but nowhere near as good as a build as the US version. Yeah, I mean, I know that even we've got a medical museum or exhibit at my office. We're a medical association, and in the lobby is like a rotating exhibit. They change every year or a couple of years or something. And it's always like medicine, you know, the history of medicine. And sometimes it's medicine in the media, medicine on television, medicine in movies, medicine in toys, stuff like that. And this time there was a partial part of the exhibit was medicine in modern culture and pop culture. And, you know, sometimes it's a focus. It's like, you know, how the medical community looks at marijuana or other substances or things like that. This one was medicine and popular media, and one of them was Star Wars. And so the exhibit had a bunch of different Star Wars toys, specifically the medical droids and the Nebulon B frigate and stuff. in the scenes from the movies. And so the Nebulon B that they had, because there's no real toy of it, was the Lepin Nebulon B model that was that guy's ideas set. I won't buy fake Lego unless to destroy. You could melt it down and turn it into a bass guitar like those people did. And so I saw it and I was like, what? Like, at first I was like, did I not know that there was a Nebulon B actual set out? And so I looked it up. I'm like, oh no, it's one of these stupid. So then I asked around, I'm like, who does the exhibits? Who does our exhibits? And they're like, this person does. So I contacted them. And I was like, so I saw the thing down there. I don't know if you know this, but I'm really into Lego. And I'd be interested to know where you got that set. And they're like, and she's like, my husband and I got it off eBay or Amazon or something like that. I'm like, really? The camera's going out of focus. I was like, oh, that's cool. Thanks for letting me know. And I was this close to being like, you know, that you basically are paying for a Chinese knockoff. And that design specifically, somebody worked really hard to design it and submit it to Lego. And then when it didn't get picked up, they put it out on the internet for free, the design, so you could buy the parts and then build it yourself. And of course, Lepin, the Chinese knockoff company, took advantage of that, got the instructions, got all the bricks, and started selling it themselves for cheaper. And there's nothing that guy can do about it. But I was like, I don't want to start a thing. I don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this is just like if you found out that your art was stolen. Like Chris, if you found out some of your artwork was stolen and put in a what if or some sort of omnibus book about something, and you're like, hey, that's mine, you know. It's just kind of a stick it in and break it off feeling. It's just terrible. But again, I don't know what you can do about it. There's also a lot of these companies on Facebook that advertise. You've seen them. It's like Venato Bricks and Techmox and all these other companies that are like, come get this model. It's only, it's super cheap. And you look at it and it's like, that's somebody's design. I just saw that on, Brick Vault or Ideas or something. You guys are selling it. It's like, you're not even crediting the designer here. And they're like, we just sell the brick. It's like, yeah, but not really. You're totally stealing ideas. So it's kind of frustrating. And throw a match in the bag and let Lepin go by. Burn it off. No, he can't sue. There's nothing. I don't know why he can't sue. It's probably expensive, but I mean, Lego's been trying to sue Lepin forever. And I think they won recently. I think they won something that basically said they couldn't do that anymore. But I don't know what that means, because his isn't in the first one. You go look at their site, and there's plenty of designs on that they offer that are models that people have put up to Lego on Ideas, or just put out their instructions on, Rebrickable or something, and they just took them and just ran with it. Or even stuff on a pretty reputable site like Brick Vault. They're like, this was available on Brick Vault, but now they've taken it. It's like, how do you guys, I don't know. So anytime I see one on Facebook, I report it. There's one, I felt so bad for this dude. I was like, I found out who did it, and I found him on Flickr, and I was like, and I haven't been on Flickr in forever, but I went and found him, and I was like, dude, I want you to know, I saw this ad on Facebook, and it's basically your model. It was like a big dragon. It was this really, really nice dragon. And he's like, yeah, you're not the first person to report this to me, and I've tried some legal action. There's almost nothing I can do about it. It's really, really sad. I mean, it's art theft is what it is. But big companies are not immune to doing that. There is your T-Rex, or your Triceratops. He's very cute. He got a little horn, a little tail. It's about 9:30, y'all. I think I'm going to do this again on Sunday. I don't have anything to build. I'm going to order something from Amazon for next Sunday, because that'll be my 72-hour stream. I've got to get the thumbnail up from whoever's doing the thumbnails. And yeah, I love Brick Vault stuff too. Their TIE Fighter designs are so nice. Just the ball cockpit themselves. The way they've got those with like the quarter panels, and oh, they're so sweet. I really wanted that U-Wing, and it wasn't even really through Brick Vault, but they had offered it. And it was like this limited edition, limited run, because they printed up a bunch of really nice instruction booklets for it. It was this Italian designer, and he had done a U-Wing, like a UCS level U-Wing. And so when I was unearthing all my old UCS sets from like the early 2000s, like the X-Wing and the TIE Interceptor and the Tanavi and stuff, I was like, I just got done reading Alphabet Squadron, and I was like, that would be really cool to do Alphabet Squadron in all UCS ships. And I've got 2 already. I've got the A-Wing and the X-Wing. Now I need a Y-Wing, a B-Wing, which I think the B-Wing at the time was rare. Like, you couldn't find it hardly anywhere, but you could still get it. It was just expensive. And then a U-Wing, which didn't exist. And I was like, oh, crap. But then I found the one on Bricklink, or I found that they had done one like years ago. And they're like, yeah, you could probably still get we sell the instructions for it, but they're not like the really nice instructions. And you know, and I was like, or no, they said, we actually have one that's a minifigure scale one, but it's a very nice one, and it's almost UCS quality. I'm like, I don't really want a minifigure one. I just want a UCS one, which is like the bigger chair, right? It's almost like the Fabuland size people or whatever. So, yeah, take care, Lego Geek. I'm about out too. Thanks everybody for being here. I'll see you guys on Sunday. And yeah, take care. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.